All right, guys, welcome back to the tactical perspective where the crow is going to apply his crow logic, try and figure out what's going on with classified, what came out of that interview with between Dan and Emily and Lenny just a couple of days ago. What I said was a cryptic message from Emily about the other lines. What other lines, Emily? Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to explore that for you. All right? So you know me, the crow, you ain't going away. And I was multitasking. I was painting figures. I'm going to go back to painting figures right after this video, which is why I'm bashing them out. 3 parts so I can get on with my day. And then, I want to do my Zap video for tomorrow. Or at least maybe even tonight. Get Zap done so I can move on to the other figures in the line. Having a great time. Anyways, watching that video. We're into part 3 now. And I'm going to apply my crow logic to this and tell you that right now. Other lines, let's talk about the classified line. The land, sea, and air. Okay, the main 3 elements. Are we doing good there? Well, the 60th anniversary soldier will say that we will, right? We'll get the action soldier coming. There's your land element right there. He's going to be glorious, troop builder, single individual character. Do what you want with him. It don't matter. There's that box. It's beautiful. New boxing. Right. So much potential with this guy because so much kit. I got a pre-order in on this guy. I have lots of plans. That's why I bought 2. But I was very happy with the price point for $51 Canadian. It's a lot of kit, especially considering you're getting a mix of fabrics and plastics. It's not bad. I think that's a good go. So there he is there. Oh, the action sailor. We got him. He's coming too. All these guys are getting new vest systems too with modular pouches and all these great pieces of kit. So very happy. Oh, the sea is reflected well. But we are still waiting on the action pilot for the air. And the action marine, possibly for the jungle. I don't know. Right? Those, I'm thinking, and Viper Island, they're the ones that put me onto it. I'm thinking we might see that a mention of those, not the new Hasbro Pulse, whatever event in early February. Very possible. Look at this. I'm eating popcorn. That's how casual I'm feeling today. What other elements do we have? What other lines do we have? Well, who's covering the jungle? I know who. Not them. Oh my God. How did they end up there? All right. Either way, cracking on. We know Iron Grenadiers are coming. We know we are getting Metalhead because he's on his way. But who else is coming besides the troops and Destro and the bat that they're talking about? Maybe it's the bat I talked about on the 2nd episode or this series. I don't know. But what about this fella? Helicopter head. What do they call him? Annihilator. Or coffin glider. No, Target. Possibly. But no, the line I wanted to focus on first. Who controls the jungle? Python Patrol, Tiger Force. Let's find them. Tiger Force. Look at that. What great little cheat sheet that makes, eh? We have a lot of Tiger Force figures, but we don't have any vehicles yet. Picture 3 years down the road, we'll probably have a lot of this already. Right? Let's go through it. We got that Recondo. We don't have... Who's that? Oh, man. That is a guy that can't handle his slides. I've had too much slides today. Who's that? Sky Striker, Tiger Rat Pilot for the Rattler. We don't have that. Frostbite. We don't even have an original Frostbite. Tripwire. We just got the main Tripwire Deluxe. We can expect a Tripwire for Tiger for sure. Is this the line she's talking about? Are these the figs she's talking about? I don't know. Who else? Duke. We got him. Bazooka. Got him. Lifeline. Need him. Don't got him. Hoping for him. Hoping for his regular release first. Roadblock God. Yeah, I think that's probably the one we're getting soon. There's another Roadblock on the way, right? Dusty got him. Flint got him. I'm not going to worry about the vehicles, but you'll notice that new Cobra Ferret is on there, right? And so is that disputed... what do we call... Where is it? Snowcat. Yeah, they had one of those. So... Tiger Force, couple of names we haven't dropped on there. Let's look over at Night Force. And who do we got fighting Night Force? We've got the Mole Rats, but they could probably get some extra support too. I'm not going to bother with the vehicles again. We know that Night Force had a large roster, and it got an updated roster, actually. It got a couple of rosters, so there's lots of room to grow. Maybe that's why they throw Jody Shooter in there, because one of the things I noticed with Night Force and Dagger Force, not one female Joe ever made their way over there, right? You had, like, all Joes doing double duty on some other team, but none of the females did. Why was that? So they throw Jody Shooter, Craig on there. Good call. But that just reminds me of the terrible experience I've had with Walmart Online. The only place I can buy these amazing looking Night Force and reflective lines for Cobra. Can't get them off the shelf anywhere. You gotta either pay a scalper or you gotta order them online through Walmart and pay for your shipping and handling, or go pick them up somewhere or whatever. It's quite the hassle. And you guys know I had an order go wrong for some reason with Wolf Spider. Had a pre-order in, somehow it got canceled. Still not sure what went wrong there, but very discouraging. Anyways, I've talked about it enough. That's going to keep me from probably ordering the rest of them. Even the new Tunnel Rat, which looks really good. It's better than the other one. I didn't want it to be, but it is, because I really like the bandana. I had a bandana just like that. But in that line came the Range Viper, right? Same place. That's part of the same story. So maybe I'm thinking that's where Night Creeper is going to show up. Same as Shadow Tracker, but I don't know. But there are other Night Force guys coming that we don't have already, like another Lieutenant Falcon. That's a course correction for Falcon show up. So Emily could be talking about Night Force. Maybe we're getting a new Falcon course correction. Maybe we're getting a sneak peek. Triple Outback Steakhouse, or Crazy Legs. Oh, wait. We got him in the Dragonfly, didn't we? Wasn't he a tier unlock? I think he was. All right. But here's the ones that no one talks about. And this is where I think Emily wants to go. And I think Hasbro will go here. It makes sense to go to the Arctic. It does. This is not a bias because I'm Canadian. Not entirely a bias because I'm Canadian. And this isn't a bias because of how cool Arctic Tundra Warfare Stalker in his kayak were. Not entirely biased about that. What it is they started that a long time ago. Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow came out early in the series in his winter attire with no one to fight. You know how lonely that is with no one to fight? Snake Eyes and Timber. Snake Eyes looked all, compatible with all the lines. I'd almost forget that's Timber. It was a winter setting. I didn't put him in the slideshow, but it doesn't count. It doesn't count. That's a diverse Snake Eyes, not just Arctic. So we got Snowjob. Well, he's outgunned and outmanned, isn't he? All by himself up there in the north. Doesn't matter that he could bring down a bat. There's lots of bats. There's troop builds called bats, and they are amazing for a bat. I really like that head. But yeah, they've got not one troop builder designed for the Arctic for Cobra. They've got two in the Snow Serpent. So Snowjob needs some more figures coming. Where does that jam in? Oh, look at that. Beautiful Battle Bear. What a cheap little shelf item that would be to throw in with maybe Steel Core Arctic Trooper. I'm just spitballing that one. Steel Core Arctic Trooper. Oh, look at that. He's got a Canadian flag on there. No, anyways, we know the Snowcat's been one talked about a lot with Frostbite, right? There's Joe's out there. If there's any validity to this, you could see why Emily would want to steer a couple more. And I shouldn't say Emily, but Hasbro would want to steer a couple more figures into the Arctic line. And I would be agreeing with them, going, called it. Because to me, this has to happen as a deluxe set. And if it hasn't happened by the time I get my second stalker, I'm going to attempt this. I will find a kayak to convert. It's fun. But there's other Joes out there. Sub-Zero. I'm not going to name them all here. There's enough. The Desert. There's another line we kind of started with Hasbro. Right? It isn't just alternate Snake Eyes. It's Desert Commando Snake Eyes, right? But he wasn't the first guy out there. We had Dusty out there. Dusty's a desert soldier. That's why he's got that scrim in the back of the back of his helmet there. That's to keep his neck from getting sunburnt in the desert heat. So Snake Eyes will join them, but you know me, I only need one Snake Eyes, so I'm playing with this. But I'll get another one just because it's a very cool Snake Eyes. It's a very cool uniform. It's too bad it's Snake Eyes. I should say that. But that 60th anniversary soldier is joining them in the desert, right? So now you have a troop builder out there. I think you're pretty good covered off in the desert. But if you look, everything is gearing towards this desert battle that Hasbro has been showing us in the pictures. All the big fights that aren't happening on the cartoon, like on the boxes, the individual boxes are about episodes from the cartoon or the comic book for the individual characters. The HasLab pictures and the Hasbro picture assembly is all this big desert battle that they're trying to broaden up the scales. That's why there's not a lot of demand for a whole lot of Navy vehicles right now, but the land vehicles and the air vehicles are going to get focused on. So where do the figures fall in with that? So everything is geared towards that desert. I'm just going to move the slides up, including that. But you got those guys, the HIS Team 788 were even photographed to complement that. So they're firing on our air asset. So who else is backing up that air? Oh, yeah, it's winter. I'm not going to hear the crickets down here, but in the summer, I'd hear the crickets on that one. Let's go with another line no one talks about. Sky Patrol. Yeah, Sky Patrol later in the 80s, into the 90s, I think. Yeah, Sky Patrol. That could be coming. That would take people off guard. And wouldn't Starduster be a nice introduction into that? Although I don't know what Starduster is a nice introduction to do besides breakfast cereals. I don't know. That would be a nice augment. But not a lot of jumpers coming out of a mock-up of an Apache helicopter, right? No, I don't think the Dragonfly is a paratrooper's preferred choice. However, yeah, at least it's a Sky Trooper. And there was a line for it in Joe. Notice how 2 of the 4 unlocks, Wild Bill, Glenda, these 2 are Night Force, right? Okay, that's about all I saw for Sky Forcing. Let's talk about environmental. No, they wouldn't, would they? I hope not. But remember, the Eco Warriors were a line. Oh, God, I really hope. There's Deep Six with Squirty Shirk. No, but remember, this is the same era and time that Naugahyde and all them were joining, right? So it's all in that era, within the 2 years of each other. This is when we saw a mix of cool characters and shark jumping over the top characters. It's all on the table, according to Emily. It's all out there. It's all on the table, guys. So does that mean that maybe we can get a Heat Viper torching crops in some poor village? Yeah, maybe. That'd be cool. Viper, 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 Bat, Bat, Bat. So many troop builders available for every line, right? Enviro is no different. What about the streets? Well, this is the one I'm taking my personal interest in with my conversion stuff, because I've been saying this to me should be showing up right after the Iron Grenadiers. And no, Barricade. I brought up Barricade just because this is where it started for me to do a conversion. I saw a Barricade. I was like, he'd be a great urban assault soldier, but no, he's not. So I made one with Bull. But the DEF, the Drug Enforcement, whatever, Force. Yeah, Drug Elimination Force, not Drug Enforcement. Drug Elimination Force was a failed line. There was too much bureaucracy and political pressure at the time for them to feel comfortable carrying on with this. But this saw a leader named Bulletproof. We saw Cutter become involved, Mutt and all them, right? So there was this urban law drug. These guys were going to neighborhoods, kicking down doors, looking for the enemy there. Not most popular idea, but what they did lend was me to say, I'm going to go ahead and start doing a conversion for the Headhunters, because I think that's a fun army to start working on just for shits and giggles. And if Hasbro built one later, it's not like the other one wouldn't stand by its side and say, yeah, all right, that works too. It's streeter. The only thing I see really street about Cobra is the urban, the original Alley Vipers and maybe the Troopers, right? But the Headhunters have a lot of potential. They just got a really bad first crack at a really bad time to introduce them. And their main character is kind of hokey. So, that's how I feel about it. I feel he's hokey, right? So surely we're done with the other lines, right? No. We haven't gone to space yet. Want to go to space? You guys want to have a Black Star Cobra? That's your troop builder. Here's another good troop builder. Carcass. No, he's not. Well, I mean, he could be. Carcass with his alien race head. I'm just kidding. Do you want this? No, I don't. But maybe one of you guys do. I don't know. Maybe Classified would do it. They're doing fucking Raptor. I don't know. Some people really like Raptor. I thought that was a bit of a reach. This Duke, I'm going to blow up that head. That Duke reminds me of the gear guy from Rick and Morty. But, you know, Star Brigade. There's a line where we haven't touched there, Emily. Want to do Star Brigade? I don't even want to touch that. No way. Nope, I don't want it. However, if you think that was ridiculous, you're probably right. But was it really any more ridiculous than Ninja Force that brought us Nunchuck, which was really cool? Even though mine came with 2 left feet, so he went into my sacrifice pool because I'm going to get one with proper feet. Yeah, Nunchuck was there. You know who else was there? Yeah, Dojo, it could be whatever. Oh, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'll get back to that. Dice. There, right there. Arctic Commando Storm Shadow. Already in the classified line. Had been there for a while. All lines, all things on the table from all eras. We got a brace for anything. I wanted to quickly talk about this one. One of our friends of the channel, a subscriber, and I consider him a friend of mine. Aaron the Toy Enhancer. Before I started getting into conversions, Aaron had been playing with the idea, and he did a fantastic, great job. He researched, found out, studied how to do it, and he died and made his own version of the Cobra Ninja Viper. I kind of laughed about the idea of a Ninja Viper, like somehow being a ninja isn't elite enough. You need to be the Viper version of the ninja. But when I saw Aaron's conversion, that was another thing that kicked my gears going, well, why? If you have so many issues with these characters, why don't you just play around and start doing it, right? So thanks very much for that. But I urge you guys to go check out his video on this guy. And he also combines this with great lighting and videography, right? And probably some music if I remember right. So go check that out. But yeah, do you want to have a slice, dice, dojo kind of guy? Because it's all on the table, Emily. Not the worst part of it, right? Like I said, we already have the Storm Shadow. But what about if your Joe collection breaks the 4th wall line, the line between us and them, and starts talking to you? Do you want a talking Joe, anybody? Is that on the table too, Emily? God, I hope not. 4th wall breaking is left best in comics and not in my hands. So that's pretty much the end of it. That's the end of part 3, guys. And there will be no 4th part. However, I am going to probably be trying to do a video to explain what's going to happen to my other Lady J. I'm probably going to show you guys a video of how to break down a female Joe character. And the considerations, because I've broken down the males and I've broken down the females, and there are considerations that you have to be on there. So my next video that I do, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, it's going to be Zap, but another video about that, Zap will come out probably after the Lady J one. Okay, talk to you then. I left it to the end. Like, share, subscribe, grow the channel. Let's get to contests. More contests. All right, you guys, it was Monday, and I had to do something to get over the fact it was Monday. Monday sucks even for retired people. Okay? So 3 videos. There you go. And I broke them up this way so it wasn't a 1-hour video. No hat because it's Arts Day. Hey, you guys, enjoy your Monday. I'll see you next video. Bye.